Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into some TA. All right, guys. So as we all saw today, we saw even more downside. We saw more blood in the streets. We saw new lows. A lot of lows got taken out today. And, I thought the other day was capitulation day. It did not seem to be that way. I do think today was the capitulation day. Now, we did have Microsoft earnings in the after hours, and what we saw from that is a big old dump. We're actually just going to jump right over there. We had a big old dump followed by a pump. All right. So the market did say, goodbye. The floor is given out. It's okay. We'll see you another day. But at the end of the day, it did end up coming, decently back up. And I do have to assume after seeing something like that, it is probably going to be recovering from here. I think we're going to be revisiting 430.82 starting, tomorrow, guys. I think we're probably going to be heading up that way. If you can, hold this. If you open up tomorrow and, I'm going to be honest. I'll just point out how the charts are looking today. And, I'm just going to jump around. I'm not going to say there's going to be much structure to this video. I'm not going to go over, many trade ideas here. I am just going to cover, how a bunch of these big boys are looking. It is a big earnings week. We have FOMC tomorrow. So, we're going to discuss how I think things are about to be going down into that with how things are looking across the board. It's no surprise, guys. I do think we are going to be getting some upside. Okay. SPY. What the heck is this look? It looks like you have a double bottom. The neckline would be 547.46. All right. What happens over here on QQQ? You got the bullish divergence stemming from the 0.786 fib over here. You have a bullish divergence here on the 4-hour RSI, and it does not look bad to me. Now, if you do take off, extended hours here, we come over here to the daily time frame. You can see that the daily RSI, it's already at 35, guys. It's not going much lower. We've seen this before. It's not going much lower. If it gets down there, you're going to start getting a big boy bounce. Now, I understand it's taking some time. I do. Okay. And I didn't make a video yesterday. I apologize for that. I was feeling a bit under the weather, and I did not feel like coming on here with a lower voice and, without the mojo, without the energy. Okay. And, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But I'm just going to say, hey, things aren't getting much worse, guys. They're really not getting much worse. So if you do have just a bit of patience, it's not like big money is selling down here. We do know big money is known to get in at the bottoms and get out the top. Okay. We have a lot of volume in this, but downside is extremely limited from this point moving forward. 449.34. If you get down there, your daily RSI is going to be oversold. It's going to be right where it was over here. It's going to bounce. All right. It's going to bounce. And, I'm going to come over here straight to SMH. I'm going to point out you now are back at 230.05. You close underneath there in the after hours. You did start bouncing back. So if I come over here, I put extended hours on. You're at 235.74, up like 2.7% in the after hours. I am just saying, this thing looks like it's probably going to snap back. You have like a massive bullish divergence going on here, triple bullish divergence, then from this low to this low, all the way to this low, and you have two golden pocket tests here. You're probably snapping back from here, and you're probably going to go for a ride. And, with how AMD over here is looking in the after hours, yeah, I think this thing probably just started, okay? Now, I was hoping you didn't get this move off of earnings and it would kill premiums because it was looking so nice. And it's okay. It didn't do that. It rocket shipped. That's okay. But now it's at 149. Premiums, guys, they would have been like the earnings side of things. They would have been killed. But you did meet that expected move. So in reality, the premiums are going to stay the same. You're going to see them rise from this point forward. But, not like we saw a crush like I was, thinking might happen here. It's okay, guys. You had, things looking pretty immaculate before. You closed right here on your long-term uptrend. It doesn't get much better than how it was closing out here. It looked ready to rip without close. Okay, but you come over here to NVIDIA. All right, we saw how SMH was looking, but you come over to NVIDIA. Blood is in the streets, guys. 33.35 RSI. That's on the daily time frame. You got this. I thought this was going to be your capitulation day. It was not. Over here, look at that, guys. All right. You had heavier volume today than you did over there. And where did you get down to? 103.73 in the after hours. 101 was your low of this candlestick. You can see right over here where my mouse is. I'm going to come over there. 101. Insane. All right. Insane. I do think this thing is going to rip. I think you are going to come up here in the coming trading sessions and break this downtrend. And I think we're going to see 120 probably this week. I know that is, $11 higher than where it is currently, guys. But this thing likes to bounce back pretty quick. And, I do think this thing has some juice in the tank here, with this being the biggest pullback we've gotten in a very long time. All right. 18%. Well, guess what? You've blown that out the water. You're at 27%. And if you do come down here, guys, you're going to have a 30% retracement. Guys, this daily RSI is now in the same exact spot it was last time. I think it was 34 over here. You had 34.02 upon them out. It's at 33.35. NVIDIA probably saw its low here. Now, I'm also just going to say, hey, that's, talking about catching a falling knife. I'm not telling anyone to do that, okay? You could do whatever you want. No financial advice will be given here on this channel. But, I am definitely going to speak to people who, clearly see what I see here, okay? You don't get this opportunity often. This is NVIDIA. You want a really good company, you want something that makes money right now, like, a good amount of money, and we know it's absolutely everywhere, and, like, NVIDIA is kind of just a beast. That's why I refer to it on this channel as the beast. You don't short the beast. I understand, guys, you can now short the beast, but, we saw this for a while, and there was no reason. So on this channel, that is what we're talking about. And, you got this ripperoonie. You probably have another ripperoonie right around the corner. And I don't think, anybody in their right mind really wants to be shorting down here. Things that they're going to cover down here. All right. And you're going to see this thing ride back up. So, if you look at this chart and you think it's going much lower, hey, all right. Hey, power to you. Maybe you get your way, maybe you don't. But same time, I think it's pretty obvious this thing's about to snap back. So there's that. Just sharing my thoughts in this video, guys. All right. Everything kind of looks the same. At least levels wise, guys, 44934 on QQQ. That is the major break and retest level over here. We have 455.58 support, which we closed on right here. It's the high of this candlestick. You found buyers there the other day as well. All right, right above it. And above there, guys, we do have 460.58. Now, you are testing that in the after hours. So, I mean, I know it's closed right now. It is currently 8:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But above 460.58, we do have 467.65. I know that is a big jump there, but considering what I'll just come over here and show that we had a 1% drop in a 5-minute candlestick, which I think is insane. So anything's possible, guys. Anything is possible, and that is that. But above 467.65, we have 473.82. Okay, that is going to be the low of this candlestick right here. It's where you broke down from. Now, above there, we're going to have gap. All right, 480.14. Yes, I just said gap. That is what we're looking for. Okay, in the end, 480.14 to 486.38. That is really what I'm going to be looking for on this. It doesn't matter how low you go here. All right, that is going to be where the golden pocket remains, up there at 486.38. That's why I say, hey, this down here, well, it's down here. You're going to get that at some point. You just have to relax and be patient. I don't think it serves anyone to just, be, panicky and stuff like that. If you started buying early like me, you kind of just sit and wait. You didn't put yourself in a position that's going to be terrible if you just wait for like 1 to 2 weeks. Everything will come back. That's all I really have to say on all that. Like, straight up, guys, I think anybody buying down here is good. I think you're good. You just had to have made the right decision, had to have bought in time. And now, you got 2 more names that are going to be, IV crushed. Microsoft, I understand it didn't stay down there. If you see this thing down here, okay, I'm not saying on the chart it's really telling you to buy down there. All right, 390 right here. But, where it's at right now, let's just look at it this way. This is a massive discount to where it just was. Okay? Your 4-hour RSI now has a 4-hour bullish divergence going on right there. and you guys can see there's a massive wick. The same thing I'm seeing right here. That's a $20 wick. It's probably going to result in what this did. Okay, so that resulted in a $13 higher, $13 move higher, 850 here. Okay, so like imagine if this thing runs like $30. That's what that wick is suggesting. If we're just going to go off what we got going off right there. Okay, it's probably going to lead to some upside. Expect 430.82 to be hit within the coming trading session. That's really what I'm looking for here. You know, you come over here to Goog, and I know it's not really looking the best. I was actually thinking earlier, okay, SPY. These things had bear flags. they had like something suggesting it was a bear flag or it was a bullish ascending pennant or like a ascending triangle, and I couldn't determine which one I thought it was going to be. So, you know, I stopped trading futures when I started getting around here. I was like, no, I'm all good, all right? We're up a little on the day. We're just going to call it we're all good on today, all right? I took yesterday off. Today, guys, you had coming into the day, you had this uptrend here to be paying attention to over on SPY. On QQ, you had the same exact thing, except it was a cleaner uptrend, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, you got that going on. You start to break it down from these things, and see, you can see what I say. This is like either ascending triangle or this was a, this is a bear flag. I didn't know which way it was going to go. I just knew it was definitely going to be a big move that was incoming. 463 all the way down to 454. I would say that was a big move. I think in the Discord, I literally just I said I didn't know which way it was going to go, but these are the arrows I had, all right? It was either going to be a $10 move down or a $13 move up, if I'm remembering. Yeah, 467 to 480. It was one or the other. You get the move down over here. And as you guys can see now, the 15-minute RSI is oversold. Now, hey, all right, this market, it's a beast of its own, okay? This thing, honestly, when we're in an uptrend, this thing gets down there, it typically starts bouncing back and stuff like that, you know? We clearly see that, you know, sellers are still in the water. We got to see something, some sign that we are really, you know, holding here. We got to see a base out. We got to see a higher high. We got to see something that we're seeing a, you know, a move out of the hole. We're in the hole right now, okay? Get out the hole, okay? It's going to take some time. But, you know, in the end, we are going to see that sign of strength. You just got to give it some time. I don't know what it's going to look like at this point. It's looking freaking crazy. But, hey, does it come down to 449.34 tomorrow and test there, and then we do it from there? Probably not, considering now you're at 460 in the after hours. But, you know, anything is possible in this market. It could do whatever the heck it wants. I don't care at this point. That is that. All right, moving over here to SPY. What are the levels you are paying attention to over here on SPY, guys? 536.89 is your support. I thought we were going to be testing down there. You did not test down there. I think you did in the after hours. Nah, you got almost there. You can see how it's looking right there. Double bottom, ugly double bottom here with the neckline being 547.46. But on the daily time frame, you can see really above there, guys, you got 550.12. But, you know, that's right above there. If you break out of this 5-day range here, you're probably going an equivalent amount, and that would bring you right up here to the golden pocket. All right. So from that point, guys, you break above 547.46. We're going to look for a move up to 555.83. That is 555.83. All right. That's really all we got over here in SPY, guys. If you do continue this move down, which, you know, with how things are looking here in the after hours, and, you know, you got this decently large lower wick over here, I got to say, hey, all right, I don't know if we do get down there, but 533.07, that has, you know, been the spot that I've been saying, you know, I can't imagine it getting down there, but it is clearly the technical spot that if it gets down there, hey, all right, daily RSI will be oversold. That's where the bulls would, you know, very clearly step in. I would just say that. But hey, all right, you break above 547.46. I'll call it a sign of strength. You finally, you know, you put in a higher low here on the daily time frame. You would be breaking above. That would be bullish. Okay, that would be bullish, my friends. And then we would look for a move to 555.83. Boom. All right, IWM, what do we got going on over here, guys? We have a flag, all right? This thing's probably going to break up. I'm just saying. It's queuing up. Well, guys, what do we have tomorrow? Pop a freaking Pow, all right? Pop a freaking Pow is tomorrow. And Pow's probably going to make this thing go boom, boom, all right? I don't know, okay? I don't know. But I have a feeling with what Papa Powell is going to be sharing tomorrow, we're going to see this thing explode upwards, okay? It is either going to just flush from here down to here, or you're going to see a rally. And if it rallies, it's going to be breaking upwards, you know, but we're talking 230. It's at 222.57 right now. You know, this could be the start of a guy, okay? He just has no body. There you go. There's that. We got little phalanges. There you go. All right, that's the freaking Grim Reaper right there. That's anybody see the Deadpool movie? That was Logan from a different dimension right there. That was a good movie, by the way, if anybody did see that movie. If you didn't see that movie, I'll tell you it was a good movie. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was a good movie. Best movie I've seen in a while. All right. I liked it more than the other Deadpool movies, but you know who I saw with, he didn't like it more than the other Deadpool movies. I was like, what you talking about? That was a really good movie. Either way, guys, this thing is probably going to be making its decision off of FOMC tomorrow, and we could see, right? SPY, guys, these things, Papa Powell is either putting in a bottom on this thing, or it's going to actually be the catalyst to lift it off. I'm going to take the bet that's probably going to be that catalyst to lift it off. Come over here to QQQ, okay? Like, downside is limited. It's one or the other, okay? He's either about to do it, you know, either here, and then you bounce up like that. Like, there's two scenarios from here. And, you know, there's that. I'll admit, I didn't think you were going to be doing this. I did not think it would take this long. But, you know, I do, you know, I have a habit of thinking things like, you know, this is nice and quick. All right. But, you know, you come back over here to July, and I know things took their dear sweet time over here. They took their dear sweet time. And then, boom, you just, hey, all right, you kept going. But, guys, on this rebound, we got to be open to the, you know, this. What we got over here, it's kind of weird timing that this happened right here. So we will see. I don't know if it's going to be, you know, an everything rally where everything gets back up the highs here. Maybe we do put in, you know, a major correction that we, you know, take a few months here. We're going to have to see. But at the end of the day, you know what's coming from here. It's going to be one of these arrows. It's one or the other. You're either going straight up there, or you're going to pull back here with Powell, and then you're going to go straight up there. One or the other is going down tomorrow. But with where the daily RSI is on things, guys, we know this is when everything as a whole starts bouncing back. There's no reason to ignore it. Come over here to VIX. It's in a perfect spot to VIX crush. It's not in a perfect spot to skyrocket, okay? When it starts going, it's typically down here. It's not down there. It's very clearly up there. All right, this is where we don't look for it to go much further. Unless Papa Powell is about to crash the market, which we know it's not his incentive to crash the market. It's his incentive to provide stability to the market. That's one of his jobs, okay? One of them. He's not going to crash the market. I'll bet on that one. Which IWM, I think with what he's about to do, I think IWM will be moving a lot tomorrow. Out of everything, that and the NASDAQ are probably going to be the big movers. Well, you know what? They're always the big movers now that I think about that. It's one or the other. Or both. Most of the days it's both. Okay? IWM was only up 0.38% today, though. All right? Where NASDAQ had the volatility. I think it's getting ready for this decision. All right? But yeah, SMH, guys, this is going to be leading the tech. All right, guys. So chips are going to be lead. That's how I look at it. Chips are going to be leading big tech. Big tech leads everything else. Well, big tech leads S&P 500. S&P 500 leads everything else. This thing's right here at the golden pocket, guys. It's at support. Big break and retest going on right here. This was the key level here on the weekly chart. The weekly level that we were paying attention to. You're right here. You're closing on it on the day. All right. This thing looks like it's going to snap back. I already shared this earlier. Because you break this downtrend, this thing's probably going straight to 250.85 to 255.92. I understand you came back down to 230. I didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen, But it did happen. And that's that. There's nothing we could do about it. 32.47, okay? Guys, we got to be moving this video along. I got to go to the gym. I got to go to the gym. I want to go to the gym. I skipped the gym yesterday. I can't do it, guys. Cannot skip the gym. Okay, I knew I wasn't gonna hit my numbers yesterday. You can't lift when you're not feeling good, guys. You're not gonna hit numbers. What are your opinions on that? When you're feeling like crap and like sick, do you go to the gym or do you not go to the gym? Is it going to make you feel better because endorphins, or is it going to make you feel worse because it's putting a bunch of stress on your body and your immune systems are cracking, and they're like, what are you going to do in that case? It's going to make it worse. What are your thoughts? Share them down below, guys. All right. And I will also say at this 20-minute mark, guys, if you are enjoying the daily show, if you're enjoying the video, please remember to leave a like on the video so we can get this video out to as many people as possible, and we can grow our little corner of YouTube into a bigger corner of YouTube. And that'll be that. So if you do enjoy the video, please remember to leave that like. There's that. And share it with anybody who you would think would benefit from this channel. All right, guys, let's go over AMD. We're going to go over the chips. We're going to go over Bitcoin, and we're going to get out of here. All right. Daily RSI, guys, oversold earnings. It is up quite a bit. You've kind of just, started smashing into these upper levels here. This is, going to be a key level, 148.78. Above there, 153.64. Above there, 157.05. That's what you're paying attention to. That is just about it. MU, guys, same story over here, all right? Looks like crap, on the close down here, but now you look like you got a nice little reversal setup here. It's another one I did not think was going to be getting all the way down here, but look at what happened, guys. Look at what happened. You're down here, okay? And honestly, hey, with how things are looking, things can go down a little bit more. We got SPY right above a major break and retest level. We got QQ right above that major level. We got MU over here above that major level. We got NVIDIA over there above the major level. You come over here to TSM. You're right above that major level. You come over to ARM. What do we got? You're right above that major level, okay? The golden pocket there. SMCI. You start breaking it down today. All right, daily RSI is oversold. If I just, was to play this, which I'm definitely not right now, I would play it in the future. But you know what? With everything that's going on here right before earnings, guys, I don't think anybody has a reason to touch this thing. Unless you are, someone who's in and out, a day trader, or, you're going to play these weeklies. Hey, break this downtrend. This thing probably catch a move to 740.22 to 762.63. Okay? You take it on the break of 700. Hey, you catch that move. Now you're up 60 to, we're going to say 60 to 70% on, hey, all right, we're only going to have 2 days of those expiration. You're up 70 to 100% on your calls. You catch this little chunk of the move right there, above 700 to 740. There you go. There's your trade idea going into tomorrow. INTC, don't touch this thing. It looks like crap. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I'll keep it brief. NVIDIA, touch this thing. It looks sexy. I like this thing. All right. Complete opposite of INTC. That guy's not looking too hot. NVIDIA, it wasn't looking too hot, but, NVIDIA is also always looking sexy to me because we know at the end of the day, it is the beast, and it is kind of, running a lot of things behind the scenes. And hey, this is the big boy. Everyone loves the big boy when it's going straight up. No one wants to touch it when it's not going straight up, but when it's not going straight up and it's giving you the same signals it's giving you right now, these oversold signals, hey, that's when big money starts flooding back into it and slowly pushing it back up, and then you get a breakout, and then it gets super explosive again, and everybody loves it again, all right? But hey, this is the time when, no financial advice will be given on this channel. This is definitely that time, but it's also the time when that guy that just said that, he's also going to tell you, guys, this is like when you do buy things, when they're oversold, okay? This is like the only time when I think you can just safely buy things. Now, I'll also say there's going to be like 8 out of 10 times where you could just safely buy these dips. And, you're not really going to suffer that drawdown. You just buy the oversold conditions when they come on the 4-hour time frame. Most of the time, hey, you made some nice quick money. That's how it is. And I view it, you could buy some time. It's nice and safe. But guys, right now we're right before earnings. And sometimes it just doesn't work. There's 2 out of 10 times. If you give it time, yeah, it'll work. But immediately, you're going to have to suffer some drawdown. This is one of those times where you're getting that big buying opportunity. And, if you're someone who didn't start buying it early, like, me, hey, all right. Power to you. If you're just starting to, but you're about to make a killing. I know it. You're about to make a killing. That's crazy. you know, I'll hit this for you. If
That
you,
was
you know,
easy.
guys, if you time the crap of this market, hats off to you. Okay. It is, you know, right above your bottom. I'm just, and I don't even want to talk about it anymore. So that's why, you know, I just want to point out how things are looking. Everything's oversold, guys. All right. You come over here to the big boys. What do we got looking, you know, over here on Amazon? It freaking tanked and did the same thing as Microsoft in the freaking after hours. And now it looks like this, straight from support. Okay. The thing's going to rocket ship from here. You got that downtrend. Break the downtrend and gets explosive. What's going on with Mr. Tesla? All right. You're starting to curl back up here. I like how it's looking. It's really not looking all too bad. Okay. Come over here to Microsoft itself. What's going on over here? Large upper wick, 4-hour bullish divergence. Come over here to Meta. What do you got? Same thing as Amazon over there, except you wick down to the 0.786 fib. That was the support you wicked down to. Apple, what do you got going on here? Fresh downtrend break. The thing, guys, these are going to perform. They're looking good. All right. I don't want to just repeat the same things over here, but hey, everything's looking like it's just about to start reversing to me. But you know, hey, I've been wrong in the past. I could be wrong right now. But rather, I will say right now, I do believe I am just early. And it sucks to say that, but I think I'm just early. But it will be okay. Give it like a week, guys. We have FOMC tomorrow. We have a bunch of the other big tech earnings later in the week. By that, I mean tomorrow. And then the day after, guys. All right. Big stuff is a coming. Big stuff is a coming. Apple itself, Thursday. That's going to be a market mover. We have Meta coming tomorrow. That's going to be a market mover. All right. What do we also have, guys? What do we have that's also going to be a market mover? Amazon. These things are going to be moving the market. All right. Goog right now. If you see a move up from the other ones, you're probably going to see Goog move up with it. These premiums aren't used. Microsoft earnings just happened. I still think Microsoft is at a big discount where it's at right now. All right. So you got Goog and Microsoft now. Okay. What happens next, guys? What happens next? We have freaking Meta. I'm just saying, this thing is sitting down here. If Meta pulls another one of these, I'll be shocked. But at the same time, it will probably result in the same exact thing where you'll get another daily opportunity like this where you can probably get a couple 100% on the weeklies. All right. That is going to be another opportunity. All right. So this on Wednesday, that was on Thursday. So premiums are a little more juice there. You got one more day on them. They're going to be 50% higher than they were over there. But, you know, over here, I remember you could have pulled out like, you know, 500 plus percenters because you just got to ride that. All right. And over here, it's probably going to turn into the same thing. So that's that. All right. It's an opportunity. If it gaps down, there's that. If it doesn't gap down and it just starts basing out around here, that's when I really like it. Then you have an opportunity to play it. And premiums just completely die because they'd get crushed, but that's probably not going to happen. Or you get a gap up. I think you'll probably get a gap up. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Okay, we'll quickly cover Bitcoin. I realized I just didn't cover it, guys. You're bouncing off of the 66129 support down here. Above here, guys, 68450. That's what we're paying attention to. You almost reached 70,167. You did not. You stalled out around 70K, 70,016. That's what you hit at the high over here. All figures the 70,000 cycle level over there. Honestly, guys, this thing's probably going to continue higher. I'm just saying, this thing's probably, it's fixing to jump up to a new all-time high. That's how I think this is going to end up playing out. That's my outlook on Bitcoin here. With that being said, coin is over here in a big bullish pennant. I think this is also a buy on this dip. Okay, but again, you have earnings right over here. I shared my thoughts in the weekly update on coin. What were those thoughts? That I think it's about to be presenting an opportunity that, you know, most of the time, not always, but most of the time comes after earnings. You have IV crush off of earnings. They kill the premiums. And then you have the move after earnings in a bullish direction. Or just any move. It comes after earning. You know, 8 out of 10 of those moves if you look back at the earnings. But that's probably going to be loading. Come over here to CLSK. What do you got going on over there? Coming down to support, 1503 support. Underneath there, 1391. I don't think it's going to be getting down there. If it starts reversing from here, which let's see how it's looking in the after hours. You did start, you know, coming back over there. 1656, and above there you have nothing until 1842. That's where you can see you're getting some reactions over there. Mara, guys, then this is one that just started breaking down from the uptrend. You are getting it starting to back test that, so that's something to pay attention to. Another one that's notorious for having absolutely no earnings move at all, like none. It just expected to kill the premiums, guys. Do not play this thing into premiums. No financial advice on this channel. But don't play this thing. Just don't into earnings. It is not. Go back test it yourself. It's not going to do you any good. Wait for them to get killed. Then you can make your play. In my opinion, guys, I know you're just breaking this downtrend. But I think we are going to be getting a buying opportunity on this dip over here on Mara. Because if Bitcoin does move back up to the highs, you're going to see Mara come up here and test 29.38. And at that point, you're not going to be, you're going to be like, what the heck was I thinking not buying this thing down at 20 bucks? All right. That's my opinion on that. That's 50% higher. Okay. So that's that. Right over here, guys, you are back in the range. You're coming down to the golden pocket. Key level is 1004, guys. My birthday, 1004. That's where you're paying attention to. All right. If it tests it, it's not looking too bad. I got my alert down. I'll let us know if we test it. But you do have earnings tomorrow, so that is something to pay attention to there. Excuse me, I always get the hiccups, guys, I swear. All right. After the bell. That is that. All right, guys. So that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. With that being said, I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.